Hope everybody can hear me. So we'll be starting in a bit. I'm just trying to put the link out there for everyone, and I feel like everybody can see my screen. Well, this live trading is only gold. We'll mostly be trading live here, gold and BTC for now. Yeah. So give me a second, guys. I'll be with you guys shortly. Okay, so welcome back, everyone. This is another live trading section, and we are looking at gold. I still think gold is quite bearish between. I hope everybody can hear me. If you can hear me, just spam like 1 or 2. I still think gold is not. I still think gold is still, for me, still bearish. Um, I don't think this buy. I think this buy is a temporary retracement. So I am looking at this level for sales, but also at that level, I'm looking at this level for sales. Yeah, but short term now, I don't think. I think gold might not break. I don't know if gold is going to break past this high for now. So if gold breaks past that high for now, we can. My main focus is still here at 5,048. That's my main focus for sales. So whatever you are doing today, that's where I would advise you to take sales. You understand? Whatever you are doing today, that's where I would advise you to take sales on this level. Whatever you are doing today. So this is the area in which I'm looking for to sell good at for now. Then also, but currently, I think we might see a reversal from here short term, but I don't think it's going to hold. This resell reversal here might not hold. Why? Because you can clearly see we quite have a W pattern that formed here, and it has closed above the zone. So in 30 minutes, let's see if it closes above that level. But if it doesn't, then I think there will be a short, there will be a sell from this level. There will be a sell that can continue. That might happen from here. And there's news in the next there's news in the next 7 minutes. There's news in the next 7 minutes. There's news in the next 7 minutes. Alright, sorry, the next 8 minutes. There's news in the next 8 minutes. So that news might actually make gold sell, or you might push it back up to this level. But this is my main entry for sales for gold. This is my main entry. Why? Because I could still see I see imbalance here. That's the reason why I don't even want to take the sell from here, because I see an imbalance here. So, and it's quite like this. There's also an imbalance. So let me show you. I don't know if it's only 1 hour or so, and 2 hours. So yeah, around here. So I still feel like good might push up to around this area before the drop. Yeah, so okay, it's only 4 hours. It's kind of like still a minor imbalance in this segment, but let's see. You understand? And also there's an imbalance on your lower time frame here, this segment. So that's the reason why I don't want to sell from here. You understand? And one thing I've realized is this: if there's an imbalance above your zone, then this zone will get taken out. This zone is likely to get taken out. You understand? So this high is likely to get taken out. So that's the reason why I don't want to sell from here. But if I see a good like entry confirmation, we might take the sell now in the next like, so we're going to wait for the news to come out. Then after the news, we might see if we might take an entry on good. But if not, then we'll probably wait till this zone gets triggered. I'm looking at sell at 5048, 5048 level. So let me put the short position around here. So I feel like there's going to be a sell will happen around there, 5048 level. But the stop loss is very wide. So in this case now, I don't want to use a pending order in this case because of the wide stop loss. I'll use that instant market execution for this trade. So I won't use a pending order. The stop loss is very wide. So I won't use a pending order. We'll use an instant market execution. So we'll wait for, I'm looking at entry confirmations from the 5 minutes and the lower time frame once price approaches this area. You understand? So I'll be looking at entry confirmations for around the lower time frame inside this area to enter the sell, so we can get a better stop loss, a tighter stop loss. This stop loss is too tight, so we'll do it just like last time. You understand? But for now, we're just going to wait till the news is coming out in the next 5 minutes. There's a news coming out in the next 5 minutes. That's what we are waiting for. The news coming out in the next 5 minutes. Meanwhile, let's check what BTC is doing. BTC has not been able to give me a clear structure for you to even. I don't see any trade to jump in here. BTC has not given me a clear trade to take here. You understand? There has not been any clear trade to take on BTC for a while now. So he's just doing his thing. I just feel like he's just doing his thing. So he just wants to sell for me. I think he wants to sell also. Probably back to 63k area. That's what I think he wants to do. So he wants to sell back to 63k area, then we could see a buy. So this is the line. I still have my alerts there, so I mean I'm also looking for buys around this area. So let's see what happens. So that's what I think this is going to do. Sell back down to 63k area, then we'll see some buys happen from there. You understand? So that's it for BTC. So BTC has not really been doing much for it. Has not really been giving me, doesn't give him like any entry to take, any possible entry to take for the sales. You understand? It doesn't give me any possible entry, so we just sit it out for now and wait till we get a good price action. Do you understand? On Bitcoin, BTC is like my favorite pair to trade more than even gold safe. But for a while, it hasn't really given me a good price action, a good entry for sales, so I'm just sitting it out. The only thing that I've been really getting good trades from is gold for a while. So we'll have to wait till we get good trades. You understand? We'll have to wait till we get an entry on gold today. So, like I said, repeat, this is where my entry is out for gold sales. You understand? This is where my entry is out for gold sales. It fits all my confirmation for my trades. So I'm just going to wait for. I don't think it's going to play out now, but let's see if it play out in the next 3 minutes. Gold can spike. Gold can just spike up now, tap and just drop. So I'm not going to like take that out of this scenario. So, but I'm just going to wait to see how the market is going to respond to the news in the next 3 minutes. So let's see if it pushes it up to this entry, then we'll sell. Or whatever it does, I'm just going to be patient. Remember, the best time to trade is always after the news. Always after the news, just like we did it last time. That's the best time to trade, after the news. So don't be pressured to try and catch the move. The best time to trade is after the news. Do you understand? So we're just going to wait till the news is out. I'm gonna wait till the news is out before we take any trade. You understand? So let's be patient, guys. If you have any chart you want me to look out for, you can also let me know. If you have any charts you want me to check, you can also let me know. You stand on the comment section. I'm active here. I'm active on the comments, so you can drop any chart you want me to check for you. You can drop any chart you want me to check for you. Understand? So let's wait till the news comes out. So the news is happening in like the next few seconds. Let's see. The news is happening in the next few seconds on gold. Hope everybody can hear me and we are all good. Like you guys are following up with the analysis. You understand? You understand? I still have my bias. My bias is going to change on sales if gold breaks above. Like I said, those of you that are my student here, my bias is going to change on gold sales if it breaks above this high. That's when my bias is going to change. If it breaks above this high, this resistance, this high, my bias is going to change from sales. I'm going to be looking straight forward to buy. And also, I'm going to start having a buy bias once it comes back inside this level. Once gold gets inside this level, I'll be having a buy bias on gold. So I'll be looking for buys on gold once it gets inside here. You understand? But for now, I still have a full sell bias on it. Well, currently, this is a W pattern, which is buys. So that's why selling here is very risky. The only place I feel like this buy can reverse from is this resistance. You understand? This is the only way that can stop this buy, that can make it reverse to continue selling. But any other thing here, it's quite dangerous to look for sales from any other level around here except here. You understand? So it's going to be very risky. So news is already out safe. The market is not shaking. The news is out. The market is not doing anything. So it's a boring news. It's a boring news. It's a boring news. Meanwhile, since the news is not giving anything, let's look at some other analysis. I have like a kind of a setup on GBP USD, a sell setup here too, similar to what I have on gold. I kind of like have a sell setup here, similar to what I have on gold on GBP USD. But let's see how it plays out. This is mostly more like a swing type of thing because this thing will probably take days or weeks. This is more like a swing, so that's why I'm not using it as live trading. Any of my swing setup, I'll just drop it on my Telegram channel for you guys can take it. But for now, we'll just focus on gold. So the news is out. It's not that volatile. It's just regular ass news. It's not volatile, just regular news. Yeah. So we still have to look out for this area for the sales. You understand, guys? This area for the sales. So we'll do a couple more analysis, do some more talks, then we'll end the live. Yeah. I think that's what we'll do now. We'll do some more analysis, then a couple more talks, then we'll just end the live. You understand? So I promise to be doing more of these live sessions with you guys every time because I begin to find it more interesting. You understand? From there, I might add TikTok live to it too. I might add TikTok live to it, and just both on YouTube and on TikTok will be live and stuff like that. Anytime I see a setup on good, I'll just come live, share it with you guys, and we'll take it together and plays out to make money together. We lose together. So far, we are like 3-0 on gold so far from all our YouTube lives. Every analysis on gold has always been on point so far on the YouTube live. So it can only get better than that. GBP like I said, I have like a sell bias here, but it's still like a swing thing. It's still like a swing thing, to be honest. It's like a swing thing, and also I kind of want a 4 hours candle to close below this low. I want a 4-hour candle to close below this low. If a 4-hour candle doesn't close below this low, this sell will be invalid. I want a 4 hours candle to give me like assuming a 4 hours candle close just like this, it will make more sense. You understand? But if a 4 hour candle doesn't close, man, this could just be like, you could just see something like this, a buy. You start. So you need to see that clear break of structure below your low, like a clear break of structure before you begin to think of more sales. So, and this is the reason why I think another reason why we lost on CAD JPY. That was like that swing setup on CAD JPY a few weeks ago. I mean, this setup, because there's no clear break of structure above this high. You understand? So you need to make sure you always see that clear break of structure, a clear break of structure before you begin to have like a buy setup on your swing lows or a sell setup on your swing highs. You understand, guys? So just keep that in mind for all your analysis. It's done. Then on Euro card, this is what I'm waiting. It's kind of setting up a setup for me, a swing setup. So I'm waiting for it to break above this high, to close above this, especially this one, not even this. I want it to close above this. So I want to see it close above that. Then I can have like a retracement because there's already an imbalance here. So have like a retracement. Clearly, this is just setting up as liquidity. Clearly, this is just setting up, and the only way this thing can go is to break above, close above. So I want it to break above, close above. Then we'll have here as a buy zone. We'll have here as a buy. That's for Euro card. That's just in the future, sure. Something for the future. Then on NZD card, I pretty much don't have much on NZD card. Yes, it's quite rejecting from a supply, like a supply level. But it's the same thing. I still think this NZD card is going to like buy. It's going to push up massively. It's going to buy. Why? Because you can see this low did not break below this low. Simple. There's no clear break of structure here. You understand? No clear break of structure, no trade. So same thing. It's going to, all this thing is just doing is paparazzi. It's just going to break above and it's going to close above. It's going to take people out on that area. So I've learned a lot from all those type of trades earlier this year. I took like 2 losses on trades like that earlier this year. So GBP JPY PS2, there's clearly, I think it's still going to sell more JPY PS, because the reason why is this. For JPY PS, why I think it's going to sell more, if you look at the daily, this is what is going on JPY PS. They just got this is just a break of structure. Yes, it's full time. The JPY index itself is full time bearish, right? But it just got like a clear, it just got a break of structure, right? It gave you a window while low. So after every break of structure, you should expect a retracement. So I think it's going to fully retrace back, probably to this level. Then we will now continue with the bearish trend. So I mean, the JPY, CAD JPY, GBP JPY, they might be bearish for a while. That's just because, and again, if you look at it last week, look at the way last week candle closed. Last week candle closed with a full bullish engulfing. So what does that tell you? This week is going to still continue buying. You understand? So the next candle is going to continue with it. It's just going to buy. So this sell is just like a retracement to continue with the buy later this week. That is going to happen. So with that being said, your JPY PS will likely still sell more. So that's why I'm not looking for buys on JPY. I just mark the certain levels. I'm majorly looking for kind of sales, but I don't have any sales zone on JPY to take. I don't have any sales zone on JPY to take. So I'm just going to ignore them. GBP no setup here. It's just, this one is just rejecting from a, this one is just rejecting from a swing low. It's rejecting from a swing low. So probably if this daily closes like you see the current daily candle, if the daily closes with a bullish engulfing, we could likely see, if this daily closes with a bullish engulfing, we could likely see more buys on GBP. So with that being said, I can easily, if that happens, what I'm waiting for too personally is the same thing. I want to see it break above, close above this high. I want to see it close above this high. You understand? Break above that high, then we can shift bias to bullish. Then we can start seeing some buy momentums on that. Well, that's still predicting ahead. So Euro USD too, I still think they are going to sell more. Euro USD, GBP USD, they are still going to sell a little bit more, to be honest. Except except they want to switch to, they want to continue with the uptrend. You understand? Because obviously, let's see something. Except maybe this is it, that's like a fib zone, right? Exactly. So now it's rejected from a 618 fib point. So what can happen is it might switch bullish. It might give you a higher high from here too. So which means GBPSD might also buy. So see where it's rejected from, and also that's also like a field, like that's filled up an imbalance there, which I was explaining to you guys last time. It has filled up this imbalance candle. You understand? It has filled it up. So definitely the buys on Euro USD should happen. To be honest, buys on Euro USD should happen. Buys on Euro USD should happen. Low key. We could see. Hold on. Let's see if we can look for. Let's see if I can look for a buy entry on this. I doubt. I will see. I doubt I will see. I don't think so. I don't. Well, if I see anything on it, I think this is going to switch bullish. Euro USD is going to switch bullish. It's going to start buying. Then AUD USD. This guy has been bullish for a long time. It's still more buys. AUD USD is still very much more buys. You understand? But I would have loved to give here as a buy entry. But currently it's at a major high. It's at a major high on the weekly. If you look at it, it's rejecting from a weekly resistance. You understand? So two things can happen. You don't want to be buying at a resistance, and at the same time you still don't want to sell because the market is heavily bullish. So what you are waiting for in this kind of trade, if you have trades like this, you either wait for price to break above this high, then give you something like this. You understand? Then buy. Or you can wait for your lower time frame to switch to a bearish structure. What do I mean? You can see this swing line marked here. This swing line marked here, you can wait for price to now break it. Once price break it, that will be a full, like that will be a full bearish market. Like it will even make more sense. That way you can even have a lot to sell from. You understand? You can have a lot to sell from. You understand? So you see something like this. That will make more sense. Euro AUD, the same thing. It's also sitting at a. But I think this one is still going to push down more. Euro AUD. You stop, because if you look at it, all these things are imbalances that it's trying to fill, and it has still not filled it up completely. So it still have like till it gets to this level. It still has to get to this level, or it can even go down more as far as this area. You understand? On Euro AUD, that's one thing I used to say. If there's an imbalance on the charts, don't worry. One way or the other, price will always come back to fill it up. You can see that's what it's doing here. It's filling up all this imbalance candle, and they still have one more here, so you can still even take out this equal lows here, and in the nearest future you can have something like this. You can have it reject from here. Now I'm even seeing it. This is like a swing setup. Now I'm seeing it. This is more like a swing setup. You can have that rejection from here. So this is still going to drop down more. It's still going to drop more on it, but I don't have a sell entry on it. I don't have a good sell entry on Euro AED. Euro NZD, the same thing. No entry for sales, the same thing. CHF JPY, same thing. No trade here. Most of the market there these days, you have to really be, currency pairs are really not giving much good setup. You have to really be very, very patient. Like a lot of traders are even saying it. Like it's time to just be patient, saving your money already for days whereby you have good setups. If you don't have setup, you don't need to force it. You understand? You don't need to force it if you don't have setup. You just need to wait for better setups to form. You understand? So that's one thing about trading. You don't need to force setups. Yeah. So I'm still keeping an eye on gold though. I want to see if we can sell gold, but I still don't think that's not giving me any sell confirmation yet. So we are still good for buys. You still buy. You could still buy more. You could still push up more. Where will we? GBP card. Nothing much here to look out for. Nothing much on GBP card. USD JPY could buy, but if JPY is giving more, if JPY is the JPY basket is giving buys, this should sell soon. This is sell in a bit. Same thing. I don't know why I marked this. CAD JPY. I'm expecting it to sell, to be honest. I'm expecting CAD JPY to drop. I'm expecting it to sell, to drop, to break past this low. I'm expecting it to break past this low, CAD JPY. So I think that's it on most of these currency pairs. It's really nothing interesting to look at. Most of these things are either ranging at the moment or not giving a clear structure. The only place you can get it, like kind of like get a scalp or day trading setup is either gold, GBP but GBP is nothing currently on it, or Euro USD. You understand? Euro USD, gold, or GBP USD. That's likely where you get the setup. It's like back to the basics, whereby gold, Euro USD, and GBP USD are still like the main thing to trade. That's what's happening now when it comes to trading. So I think that'll be all. We're just going to wait for gold at this price at 5,048. Let's see if that happens today or tomorrow. But there's low volatility, and I'm seeing something like Chinese holidays. If there's going to be, if Chinese are having holidays because of their new year, and there might be low volatility in the market for a while, just because there's like the market is just dropping. If you look at it, the candles are just like short candles, but for gold they are still like good trades to take from, even though they are moving very slowly. The price action is very slow. Yes, but let's see. We might have this low volatility till next month. That's what I'm basically saying. We might have like this slow volatility till next month. So as a good day trader or a scalper, just make sure you keep your eyes on the higher time frame zones and your lower time frame trend. Higher time frame zones, lower time frame trend. So I think that will be all for now. But wait, let's see if we can, if this thing want to sell. Hold on. If this good want to sell from this level, because this would be a good way to but the reason why I don't want to sell this thing, yeah, it's giving me all the entry confirmations, but there's one thing lacking. You see this imbalance above here? It's just my only problem. I hate to have an imbalance above my zone. If there's an imbalance above my zone, it's like a high risk trade, very high risk. So, no, you must not trade everything. So if there's like an imbalance above my zone, I don't want to take that trade, because I price it, an imbalance is like an unfinished business. So price might most likely come back to that level to fill it up. You understand? So just like what happened last week, though we made money on that trade, but you could see that at the end of the day, that trade we took on gold, that sales we took on gold, you could see that at the end of the day, price came back to feel like price came to fill up that imbalance. Price came to fill up this particular candle. Yes, we made money. We made money on the sales here, right? But you can see, and I told you guys that price, this is an imbalance here. So this trade was probably, and it was a good scalp because there was news. So we had volatility to give us like quick 200 pips, right? So that made sense to take that sell because of the news, quick volatility. But you see what later happened, price filled up the imbalance, and you can see we missed a whole big move. Do you get it? We missed a whole like major sales. You understand? So that's one thing I always say. Price will always come back to fill up like an imbalance. So if you are patient, you will catch the main move. But if you are not patient, you will just end up eating. Either you take loss, or you just end up eating scraps. You understand? Like, you know. So if we had been patient, you would have seen that we would have probably caught this whole swing sell. This is like how many pips? If we were patient, we probably would have caught like this whole swing sales when markets open on Monday. So you can see we have probably caught like over 2,000 pips or so, 2,000 pips. You understand? So for impatience, we just caught only 200 pips inside 2,000 pips. You get it? So that's why always be patient, follow your setup, follow your trade, like wait for it to play out. You get it? So that's one something I want you guys to learn from today. So I'll see you guys. 24 people are tuned in. Uh, I'll see you guys. Do you guys like the live? Should we do another one on Friday? Should we do another live on Friday? Should we do another live on Friday? You guys should tell me in the chat if we should do another live on Friday. Hope you guys can hear me. Yeah. Friday, right? Okay. What do you say Friday? Yes. So what do you say yes on Friday? We should do another one on Friday. Okay, we'll do another one on Friday. So we'll be having like let's have a fixed date. So we'll be doing it like Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. Then Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Then we might eventually next week I'll try to see if I can expand it to TikTok. Yeah, we'll just make it. I want to see if we can have a movement here. If we can have like a family thing going on here. You understand? So I begin to enjoy the life myself. You understand? Then I'm also a gamer, so maybe I can start adding gaming to my life if you guys are interested. Well, anyway, we'll see about that. Yeah. So if you have my fellow people that games too, you can let me know in our Telegram channel if you are gaming, if you are into gaming. So let's see if we can do something together. You understand? So, yeah, Destiny, nice, yes, yeah. Okay, we'll have the live on Friday. So remember, watch out for this zone. Take screenshots as much as you want. Like take screenshots for this sell zone so you don't miss it. Don't sell here. This sell is a scalp. It's not going to be the main thing. Yes, you make money. If you sell here, you probably make money. To be honest, I'll not lie to you. You make money. It's a scalp. You understand? So it's probably going to sell to fill up like this candle, this imbalance here. You understand? So it's a scalp. So, but I don't want to be eating crumbs when we can actually see if we can catch. I want to catch a swing setup on gold. That, to be honest, I think that's because I'm a swing trader. But I want to see if I can catch a full swing setup. But that's why I'm waiting for this level here. So if we can get triggered, then to make more sense, we have an entry confirmation, make more sense. We can see sell back to 4.8. I still have my sell. I told you guys this thing is. I'm still expecting it to sell to as low as 4.8. You understand? As low as 4.8. I'm still expecting you guys need to sell to as low as 4.8. So don't sell here. If you sell here, what's low? It's either you scalp it or you're going to lose money. So be patient. Be patient. Not every day is a trading day. I've not traded this week. I've not clicked any buy or sell. In fact, if anything, trading has taught me this year. Trading has taught me patience. Like I used to think I have patience when it comes to trading because I used to hold trade for like 2 weeks. I used to hold trade for like 3 weeks. I used to hold trade for like 1 week. But you see this year, I've learned another dynamics of being patient, whereby no trading at all. Like I've lost money due to impatience. So I've understood that taking trades is also like another thing entirely. Not taking trades is also like a strategy on its own. It's like you being patient and keeping your money, saving your capital. There are going to be good trading days. We have a whole full year. You have like 9 calendar. You have like 12 months. So we've already done 1 month. So we have like 11 months, and we're about to finish the 11th month. So we still have like 10 months going. So 10 trading months. You can't be unlucky every of those months. So if you are patient, you are going to be profitable every of those rest of the 10 remaining months. So all you just need to do is be patient to get the right setup. You understand? Not every trade setup you should take. I hope you guys are learning something. Not every trade setup you should take. You get? So make sure that your analysis align with your structure of the market. You understand? So make sure it aligns with the structure of the market. Then you are good. Do you get it? I learned that patience from recently. I got like a confirmation from both Harvey and Dax when they said like, yeah, you have to really be patient. One of the best trading strategies is patience. Harvey and Dax said it, and since they said it, I'm just trying to live by that code. Just I used to think like because trading is quite a boring job. When you are not trading, you just feel like your life is useless. I don't know if people feel like that. Me, I used to feel like that. If I'm not trading, I just feel like I'm just wasting my life. So that's why I started doing this YouTube live, because I'm like not doing, I'm bored, like I don't do most things. If I'm not teaching, you understand? If I'm not teaching, I'm not trading, I really don't have much to do. That's how all traders feel. If you're not teaching, you're not trading, you don't have much to do. So I just started doing these YouTube lives, like so that, and these are the days I really don't do anything. I do the YouTube lives when I'm not doing anything, like Wednesdays, Fridays. I really don't do much. I don't have classes on. I only have one classes on these days, Wednesdays and Fridays. So every other day I have classes like twice in a day. Well, Wednesdays and Fridays I only have one classes. So the rest of my time I'm usually not doing anything. So I feel like I always want to trade because I'm not doing anything. So that is a lesson I've learned. So I realized that the best trading strategy is patience. So I want you guys to start. You don't need to feel the need to trade every time. You understand? You don't. Like, protecting your capital should be your priority. You understand? So that when you have, if you are protecting capitals, there are days when you see good setup, you can be able to strike like harder. I don't know if you get what I mean. Like, let's say you have like $1,000. You understand? You have $1,000 as capital to trade with. You understand? So you don't trade, and you are working, like you have a side income, or you have side thing that you are doing. You are working. Do you understand? You have something you are doing that is bringing you money. You understand? Not if you are jobless. And trading, if you are jobless, I won't advise you to be a trader. To be honest, me, I won't advise you if you are jobless. So you need to have like a job that you are doing. You understand? To be a good trader, you need to have something on the side. You know, do something on the side like that will give you extra income. You understand? Make sure you have something going for you on the side. Either you go full all in into trading and the business side of trading. You understand? Or you go into trading and have another side business to do, side something to do that is giving you extra income. You understand? So now let's say you have $1,000 to trade with, boom, and you have other business going for you that you're using to feed, using to take care of your day-to-day expenses. Fine. You don't have any trades to take first week, your $1,000 is still there. You don't have any trades to take second week, your $1,000 is still there. Your third week, your other side income you're doing, you've made some extra money again. You've had like another $200 extra. You add it again to your trading account. You now have 1 2. Now, instead of you taking unnecessary trade and losing that $1,000 to like $600, or let's say $700, you now have 1 2 because you've added money to it, and money that you've, like your side money you've made, you've added money to it, and you've still not lost your $1,000. So now when you have a good setup, you can now take a bigger risk on that good setup and make more money. You start than you now having $600 and having a good setup and now using a low lot size, because you must always want to manage your risks so you don't end up blowing all your money. And some people will still not manage their risks with this $600 and will still end up blowing it due to bad trade management. So that's one thing I've learned about trading this year. So always make sure you have money. Like, money is trading. Like, trading is money and money is trading. You understand? Trading is money and money is trading. So if you don't have money, you can't be a good trader. You will be pressured. You understand? You can't. So you need to have money on the side. You need to have excess money, like not excess like that per se, but let's say depending on your income or your current wealth status, you understand, just make sure you have like consistent flow of income. It basically doesn't have to be excess, but make sure you have food to eat, you have shelter, and you have the basic necessity of life, so you don't feel pressured to take unnecessary risk. Yes, that you don't feel pressure to trade every day. So if you are able to like solve your basic necessity of life, then trading will work for you. But first, you need to solve the basic necessity of life so that trading can work for you. You understand? So I'll leave you guys with that tip of the day. You understand? And let's see. This guy is selling, but don't trust it. This thing is going to still buy. You understand? Don't trust the sell. I don't trust the sale one bit. I still think it's going to buy. It's going to still buy. Push up. Yes, it's rejecting, but I know this is a strong zone for the sell. Me, I know that this sell is a strong zone. You understand? We could have scalped it, but I just don't want to scalp like 200 pips from it. And when I know that it's in, because if you think about it, this would have given like, okay, 100 pips, or let's say we cut it here, we have got like 1.5. Stop loss would have been above here. So you see, it doesn't even make sense. I did like 1 to 1. So let's just let it go. When our setup activates, we'll trade it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this session. We did almost 1 hour today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys later on. Yeah.